Hello. Hello. How are you all doing? I was just writing some of this stuff. Actually, there's a bit more to write, but how are we all doing whilst I do that? Hope we're all doing well. I haven't actually even got Unity up yet. What am I doing? Let's get that up whilst I'm doing all this. So, hope everyone's weekend was good. Hope everyone's start to the week was also good. I've updated the stream a little bit. It's not as bright anymore. It's a bit darker, but I don't have a blinding light that's showing my forehead, which, you know, it's always fun. Wasn't. And a little jar here, which I'll explain in a moment. What's after this? There we go. We'll leave that like that for now. And I'll show that in a moment. Right, let's get Unity up. Yeah, a little tip jar. So, if you want to put any, want to follow me, your followers will be there. You know, if if I get too many followers, then I may have to turn that one off. But if you follow, you tip, you throw bits. I don't think you can do those yet because I'm not a Twitch partner. But it should work for some YouTube stuff as well. I think it should work for Super Chats. I'm unsure on that. But as always, all links are, if you're watching this on YouTube, all the links are down below. And as well as on Twitch, all links are down below, where you can donate, go to the coffee and all that type of stuff. But enough of me promoting myself. You came here for a game. Well, to make a game, we need to loop this. There we go. So hopefully the audio's the background music is a bit louder as well. I know. Last time it was a bit quiet, or at least when I was watching on the VOD. But anyway, hope we're all doing well. Is it going to repeat? 3, 2, 1. There we go. Cool. I say we just get right into it. Let me actually show you what I put on the whiteboard. It's not much today. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Liamix, for that. You're always welcome. So whack myself in the head, why don't I? Today we're going to be working on finishing up armor and health and things like draw power. I've actually done quite a lot over the past few days. I wasn't streaming, so I'll get to the development timeline in a moment. But essentially, we just need to finish armor off, which is make the armor you take off a percentage rather than just a flat half, which I put it as just for now. And then with health, I'll do some undying states. And then maybe we can start on first set of cards, or stop planning the first set of cards that are going to be in the game. So, yes. Let's switch to the development time. Let's do that. And show what I've been doing. I've added a couple new little sections in the development timeline, so all the numbers and everything are sort of shifted down a little bit. So last time we were at number 4, combat system. And then that's essentially, I finished it off off stream. I created the Para Captain gun stuff. And the charge attack / the alternate attack, I did that. So that's all sort of ready for other cards to sort of use. Basic mission loading and player manager were the two that I added. I set those to be done end of this week, and they're basically ready. The basic mission loading, I'll show you in a minute, but is essentially... actually, I won't explain it. It's just essentially basic loading. And then how I just made a very basic version of it. So that's there. I'll quickly show you that once we go in Unity. Player Manager is managing the player. I did that off stream because essentially all that really entailed was all the code was already there for everything. I just needed to shift it around and make it less spaghetti like. So it's all neat and managed. All the player stuff is managed by the Player Manager. And then basic player actions, abilities and actions. We've already got interact stuff. We've already got essentially card ability actions essentially set up. We don't really need to do anything else with that. So that's all finished as well. So now we're on finishing health and armor and draw power, which draw power is basically already done, and health and armor is, like I already said, is basically already done. I just need to do a couple more bits on it, and then it should be good. We're getting this done. I think, like every programmer, I vastly overestimated. But this is all just meant to be quite basic versions right now, so you know. And then maybe we can move on to the card ability system / first step cards. Essentially, the card ability system is also linked in with the basic player actions of the card ability actions. And I'm quite happy with how they are right now, so I don't even see myself changing it. But we'll see. We'll see. So, with enough of that said, let's go back into Unity. Let me explain to you what the loading is like now. It's nothing that special. The game manager has a couple more stuff on it, mainly a level manager and a player manager. For now, I've just set the scene to unload as one. It's obviously going to be more dynamic than that later on, but I don't need anything like that right now. And then player manager just has a reference to play prefab, and it spawns it in on load, rather than it just being in the scene already, and then we'll get to that in a minute. Create a new scriptable object for the different missions or different levels, and this will start containing all the data for it. So as the name as starting the scene you want to load, because we're not going to have a scene per level, we're going to have a scene per area. There's going to be different areas, and then different levels or different missions will happen within those scenes. So we don't need that many scenes. We can reuse them. But essentially that in the if we let's open up the level manager. I didn't even load up Visual Studio yet. Terrible. Right. Are you gonna load properly, or hello? I'm gonna having a bit of a hissy fit. Anyway, here we are. Right. So the main menu manager, which is managing the main menu, it calls unload scenes. So this is a very basic, and this is going to be definitely changed later on, by the way. Because two enumerators are basically the same thing, and yada yada. Anyway, yep. So this gets called by the main menu manager. It takes in some mission data, which is the scriptable I showed you. Yep, here it is. I just slotted it in there, and it will just send it through. And then waits for the game manager to be fully loaded, unloads the current scene, and then we start the new code routine to load the new one. Obviously, they don't like how that's done. So the reason I did like that is it was all just going to be in load, unload, but two while loops in an enumerator, Unity didn't like that. So I just split it out just to get something working. And then essentially, we go into, once it's loaded, we go into Player Manager and we run load player to scene, and then that process starts where we load the player to scene. We get all the scripts that are connected to the player manager, which is the control of the health, draw power, deck, hands, mission UI. We set them all. We initialize them all. We load the player. We instantiate a prefab of the player, and then that's essentially it. And then all the the other scripts initialize. But all these are trimmed down now. Everything was in play controller, just as I was prototyping, I just put everything there. But now this is starting to look, come together a bit more nicely. I decided to separate things out. So now play controller only handles essentially the inputs and the actual direct controlling of the player movement. The player hand is your drawn cards that you draw, and when you click on them, the player deck is the deck that you have. Health. Well, health, to be fair, is health and armor, but don't need to be pedantic about that stuff. And then the draw power manager is everything to do with your draw power. Save. We just commented some of that stuff out. We don't need to mess around with save player stuff. So, let's remove you. Yes. So that's essentially where we're at. All the code is actually, I won't even say roughly the same. A lot of it is new. Like I said, I did the gun stuff for good prefabs, gun and different projectiles. I did just to test out ranged weapons and the charge attack, or the alternate attack, which is the charge attack for the pirate captain. Which in the pirate captain's case, it shoots out like a big, slower traveling energy orb thing. Rather than just the regular sort of like laser pistols. And the alternate attack for the sword is the multiple slashes. Also added in the player, we'll come here. So this is where the projectiles spawn for now. The melee. I don't know how to pronounce that actually. I've just realised. Melee? Yeah, no, melee. I'm being an idiot. Don't mind me. This is the melee collider. It sounds wrong when I'm sad. I don't know why. Essentially, this is if you have no body card attached, then you do melee punches. You don't have an animation for it yet, but it does activate the collider and does do some damage to the enemies. And the moment you get, like one of the other body armor cards on it, it doesn't do that. So we have a basic attack as well, and that's what was in here. Basic player abilities / actions. So that's all set up. So health, armor, and draw power. Let's open those up. Let's go to scripts. But apart from all that, I hope everyone was doing okay. Hope everyone was had a nice day. So far, at least. Where are we in player? Player health. And let me know how it's going for you. So player health it's similar to the health for the enemy. We do sort of similar calculations, but slightly more different because we actually have armor for the player and things like that. And this is to calculate damage after armor function. This is the main thing we're going to be changing. So let's go back actually to game design document. Let's go to the stream friendly one. Here, this section here for armor. So right now, I'm just halving the damage just because I wanted, for now. However, what we actually want is, depending on which armor cards you've got equipped, and depending on their rarity, they will do more, they'll give you more protection. So common decreases the damage by 2%, uncommon by 4, rare by 6, super rare by 8, legendary by 10. So Oh, hello, Mohammed. Hey, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. So we need to set that up. And essentially we need to, the moment we add an armor card, we need to call essentially a function in health that adds to a list. Yes, Fullbox, hello, yes. I've got well, this is a stream-friendly one where, some secrets aren't all spoiled, but I've got a big old game design document right now that's essentially finished. Just a few more tweaks to it. But thank you. So yes, we need to set that up essentially. So when we add an armor card to our body, we take note of the total percentage. So I think we should do that. Right. So actually, before we start, there is something I did want to do. I can't work like that. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you. Yeah, I sort of, so I started prototyping this like a year ago without a game design doc, and then I, I was like, okay, if I'm actually going to do this, I will make a game design document, and I sort of forced myself to. No, Limbo here is just more of a, obviously not going to use any sort of copyrighted works, but this is just inspiration for now. This is sort of the vibe I want to give for the menu screen right now. It obviously, once we go into, well, as you'll see, once we go into like the starting area, it's a lot more cheery with like buildings and well, I say a lot more cheery. It's not really that cheery, is it? It's mainly just inspiration for it, just for the general art and vibe of things. So what I actually wanted to do though, before all of that is, before all of this is, bring together two scripts. So from memory, I think they were, let's go back here, there we go. So they were here, and it was armor card UI, yeah. And the other one was, this is me forgetting where things are now. Let's go to the player manager, it'll be in there. Oh, it almost definitely was the play control, wasn't it? Yeah, so very bad programming practices, but we've got two lists and two different scripts that essentially just do the same thing. So essentially I'm going to remove this one and then just make any references to this this one. So armor cards on, let's just find where, am I not, wow, I'm not even using this. That's useful, Toby. Bad programming. I mean, to be fair, I did just refactor a bunch of stuff and move things out, so it probably was used somewhere else. So, but well, actually, let's just comment it out and see if any other scripts were using it, which they were. Okay. Oh, hang on. Play a hand. Okay. Is this? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So this was using it. Cool. Okay. So in that case, we will. We're just adding the armor card scriptable. What are we adding in here? We're adding. Okay. We're adding a display card. Well. Okay. Let's still make it a list of display cards. So what I'm going to do is keep the list in. And then use card. Just looking through how I want to do this, really. This is code I written like a year ago. And this is where you should comment. So you don't have to scroll through like this. What's the... okay. So this is... So basically, what I'm looking through, I should actually explain rather than just... So use armor cards. The moment you click... let's actually go into... let's give things a test, actually. So... if we can have things load. There we go. Let's load up. We'll play, we'll continue save, and then things get loaded in. So when we defeat an enemy and draw cards, this is here, and this gets added to a list in one of these scripts of all my cards in my hands. It's probably in, it's not here. Probably in the UI one. Come to think of it. Where is? Well, actually, what we can literally just go here. Yeah, no armor cards on right now. Yeah, I think we should definitely use the armor cards on in the play controller, but change it to the display cards rather than the armor cards, because we can always... Or maybe we do keep just the two lists. We'll keep the two lists for now. I'm still going to keep the comment here, because merging them together won't be too difficult, and I haven't settled on a way I wanted to do it yet. So, the reason... Okay, yeah, we'll do it like that. But regardless, the moment, so if we go into what am I looking for? Play hand. I'll just do that quickly, just to show what's happening. The moment I click that, then we call use armor card, and it gets which body part it is, sets the color here, gets the material and sets the color, and then adds it to the list. We set up the UI for the armor card UI, which I'll go to now, and this is where we have this list here. Yeah, so we need this list realistically just to remove the old armor cards, but that's fine. And then we do use card. We call use card, and then we add the armor to player health, and we remove the draw power after using it. So all that happens. So we're going to keep both lists right now. Even though I don't like it, but I'll definitely... That's something I'll just do off stream, I think, because I can't settle on a way on stream to do it immediately. So we'll just work around it for now. That's fine. So with this, we need to... When we add an armor card to our body, when we activate an armor card and gives us armor, we need to call a function here. Let's we can do it in add armor. We already have a function for it. That gives us a certain percentage. So let's create a int. Let's make it called make it a quick property. And then in armor, okay, so we're gonna have to change this slightly to where we're calling armor card, we're calling it in health. Okay, that's fine, because we can just pass in, yes, okay. So what we're gonna do is gonna change it from the float we're passing through, which is the armor amount, to just the armor card itself. Hello, Crytrax. Hello. Sorry I missed you there. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. So instead of passing through the float, we'll just pass through the armor card itself. Where were we? We were in health. So we've got armor to add. And then call that armor to add dot armor amount. There we go. And then here again we'll do the armor amount. There we go. Okay. So passing through the armor amount, and now we need to do the percentage, and that's based on rarity. So if we actually go to armor cards here, in fact it's not even card, it's just a card, isn't it? So all cards have a rarity here, and so I think we just make a simple, for now at least. Oh, you're in New Zealand. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, got flood warnings. Yeah, not that great. Sorry, I hope you're safe though. Hope you're well and safe with that. I don't really, well, I was about to say I didn't really think they get floods, but of course they're a fucking island. Idiot. Gosh, you do. But I hope you're all safe. Yes, so different card rarities. So essentially, we'll just make a very simple switch statement for that. A switch for the armor to add dot card rarity. Yeah. Card rarity dot common, and then so we have common, uncommon, rare, super rare, legendary. Yeah, I'm happy with just making it a switch. Rather than putting the hard-coded percentage value in the scriptable, I'm happy with that. So, we do have to do a check for when you remove an armor card, but we'll do that later. So armor percentage essentially is just going to change to, if we bring back up the document here, it's either common is a 2, uncommon 4, 6. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 essentially. So, oh, cheers! Thank you for that. I hope happy you're all safe and families all safe. Thank you for that. Thank you. So, arm percentage, we add a 2 to it. Because essentially, if you have multiple bits of armor, say all your armor, all 5 pieces, is common, then that's going to equal 10% protection. And then this will just go up to 4, 6, 8, 10. And this is just a simple way of doing it, really. So there we go. So we've set that. Oh yeah, in remove armor card, here we go. Literally right here. Let's change that as well from a float to an armor card. I am just sort of copying lots of these values here and just slightly changing them. So I should probably change that. But for now, let's do dot armor amount. I haven't actually called remove armor anywhere yet, so I don't like copying this whole switch statement. We're gonna do it for now. I'll make it more nicely coded later. So it's armor to remove, and then we'll minus it. There we go. That's fine. So now we can work on the actual calculation stuff for it, which is in calculates damage after armor. So essentially here, we get the raw damage that's just coming through. And what I did just for now, just for testing all this other calculation stuff and all the health stuff, is I just halved it. Because that was the original plan. I was just gonna half it, and I was like, oh, that's boring. Why don't I actually do something different with it? Especially since the armors, there's strong armors and weak armors and different rarities, so they should probably ideally do slightly different things. But I have to, at least just for now, I decreased the UI health armor icon rather, which is the little chest icon here. And then if the damage still exceeds our armor, we take essentially all of our current armor down to 0, and then any damage left after that didn't get soaked up by our armor gets taken off of the health. However, if the damage is within our armor or equal to it, which is within, then we just take health off of our armor, and we return no extra damage. Yeah, and so that gets called here. And so whatever remaining damage gets equal to damage taken, and then if it's greater than 0, we do some health. We take away some health. We do some health. We all do health. So that's how that basically works. But yeah, so the percentages. Maths, right. Do I remember how we do percentages? No, of course I don't. This is the bit where you look up how we do percentages. Let's bring it over here. So, I've just covered my screen. That's fine. God, one thing I think all programmers, I would say most programmers, agree on is they don't like maths. Even like, here's the thing, I did the same thing like most people did, I think, is when they did like their GCSEs or their equivalent exams in whatever country you're in, and we just sort of forgot about maths the moment we finished about it. I mean, I don't mind it, but God, it is a slog sometimes. Okay, so the damage after armor will be the original value and we're going to see if just this value works, and we're obviously going to test it. So times the let me just double check and make sure it doesn't. See if this works. Let's get the phone out as well. So what is the rarity of actually let's just debug it just so we can get the numbers quickly. Right. Shush phone. Thank you. Let's get my calculator. First of all, I need to see what I think it's uncommon. The 2 armor cards we have already. Scriptural objects, cards. We'll do the Draconic Knight one. That is, yeah, it's an uncommon. So, oh, sorry about that. So it's decreasing by 4, and right. So. If we load up, play, continue. So we've got 100 armor, and then we're gonna take, how much damage do we want to take? Because I've got a button up there just to deal damage to me, and we can change the damage here. So let's say it does, yeah, let's do 100. So let's yeah. Actually, this is quite easy number, because if it's 100, it's just going to be essentially -4, which should be 96. Yeah, so if you calculate damage, oh yeah, I did 96. Yeah, cool. I'm confident that that'll work, even if everything gets added together. Yes. I was wondering why the armor set was up. It was 4, because the damage incoming was 96, so it would equal 4. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now that's an easy way to test that. Cool. I think if I go back to this mass document, I don't think I did name that wrong. It decreases the damage by 2 by foot. Yeah. Then just down to the shield amount. When its shield is 0, the health starts taking damage with no protection. And then, there's one thing we need to do, is shield regeneration, because I haven't actually done that yet. That's something I need to do. So, I haven't even planned for that yet. So, I think I said in that document or somewhere that shield regeneration happens like after 5 seconds of not taking damage. Okay. We need like an internal counter then for that. And then for now, I like sort of the imagery of it sort of like ticking up. What I mean by that is, if we go into here quickly. Say the armor was set to like 50, and its maximum was, like 100. I do like the idea of it. After 5 seconds, it goes 51, 52, 53, and it like starts ticking up like within like a couple seconds, rather than just being like, boom, it's back to 100, or boom, it's back to the max value. With that said, I need to probably store the max value. Yeah, I should probably store the max. Also, I don't even need to make that bloody property. There's no point. I just make it a private, because I don't need anyone else to get that. I don't know what I was doing there, but that's fine. Let's work on the see, the things with the player dying is that will fold into other processes that I haven't done yet, that is related to restarting a level, things like that. So I might actually postpone doing the whole player dying thing till later on. Because I feel like that actually makes more sense. So when I start actually doing more of like the level stuff and like level managing and things like that, especially with if I actually bring in the starting area, which is what I'm calling it. If I go to the mission manager, which is the script I created, each scene essentially, or each mission will have a mission manager. And when I bring in the player, when I load it in, it's going to get assigned whatever mission we're doing, and then it will start its processes of loading everything. And I think when I'm sorting all that stuff out, when I'm sorting the actual level objectives and things like that out, and other enemies and stuff, I think that's when I'll probably do the player dying, because then I can link it in with all the other processes. So I won't do that. Let's see what is on our list. So, health armor drop. Like I said, drop I was already basically done. I'm trying to think if we go to draw power. Yeah, resource. The only thing I haven't done with it is when you defeat an enemy, you get draw power, but the function is already there to get draw power, so I just need to call it when an enemy is defeated, or when you pick up the draw power. It's already savable in a save file. You already save the player's draw power, and you can already use it in other things. Yeah, so draw power is already done. Like I said, I'm postponing the last bit of health. Health is basically already done, apart from the dying part on death. And then last thing to do is armor. So I think we should literally just finish it off now then. Okay. Sounds good. So let's quickly go to the canvas. We'll hide menu scene. So right. Yeah, so the armor's here. Sorry, just collecting my thoughts for a moment. Just went brain dead. Love it when that happens. Yes, we want it to tick up. Do I want it to tick up? For now, let's just have it, after 5 seconds, it just immediately goes back to its max, rather than ticking up. Just to... I'm very, let's get a simple version of it in, and then we'll make it fancy. I just like how we work like that, how I work like that. So let's we'll do the board in a minute. So we need to save the max value. So in, what am I trying to find? In add armor. So and then max. Oh, have I not even created the bloody variable yet? Yeah, I haven't. No. So we need max armor, just so we can revert back to it anytime we need to. And then in... we add it to max armor. And then we'll also do the exact same thing as here. Like I said, I don't like that we're just copy and pasting this and changing the pluses to minuses. But I'll sort that out later. Essentially, we should just have one script and essentially like true or false of whether increasing or decreasing or something like that. Or put all this in like a different, we'll clean it up and make it less scrambled. So essentially we're setting it to the same thing as the current armor, but instead we don't the only time we remove stuff on max armor is if we lose armor. Sorry, is if we lose armor, or switch armors to a lesser one. At the same time, we decrease it. So yeah. Yeah, so if current armor is 0. Or I guess in here. Oh, yeah, we're going to have to... Okay. Okay, so... do I want to create another function for this? I don't really want to do this in the updates function. I don't want to have an update function that just counts. I mean, I might for now. Here's my philosophy of just, get something basic working first. So maybe I should. Who knows? Maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So I will need time between last damage taken, or whatever I'm calling it. I did that as a shit name, but whatever I'm calling it, last time I took damage. Time after last damage take. I don't really know how I want to word it. But what we'll do, we'll make... this doesn't really need to be a serialized variable. I'm going to guess current armor doesn't need to be... These don't. This is just so I can see it in the inspector, really. So it's going to be a float. Time after last damage, we'll call it. Time after latest damage. We'll call it that. And what am I doing? Let's go and update for now. We'll do that, and then I'll check, because there is I want to implement a subscribable updates event, because I did that. We used it in a workplace that I worked at once, and I really liked not having an update function. I'm gonna move the camera a little bit. Not just having putting everything in an update function, but having one you subscribe to. I like that. So. Yeah, and we probably need, so when we take damage, oh no, oh, we actually could do this a different way. But then we'll wait. No, let's see how we do this. I thought of a dumb idea. So you don't even need to comment out. So no, that wouldn't. Okay. I've got an idea. Oh, this is gonna be a messy idea. Oh, let's do it. It's gonna be funny. So, wait for seconds. We're gonna hard. No, not what we're doing. So. Let's hard code 5 in there, and then set in decrease, let me double check decrease armor quickly. So, no, add armor. So we want a that equals the max armor minus current armor, and then wait 5 seconds. So dumb. And then current armor adds armor to adds, and then yeah, if we go here, yeah. So let me do this. So this is a janky way of doing it, but I like it. I like the jank. Love the jank. So, oh yes. So no self. We just do armor to add. There we go. So what we need to do is when we take, when we calculate it, or no, when we take any sort of, okay, so when we, I do actually have a proper decision here to make. So do we want it to, and anyone can help out with this. Anyone can help out with all this. Please help out. So when it regens, so in the game design document, I just said when it, when you're not taking damage after 5 seconds, then it regens. However, do we want it to be, and I think we should actually keep it like that, so just any damage whatsoever. But do we want to change it maybe to when you're not taking damage off of your armor, then it regens? I think I just like flat damage in general. So, intake damage. We're going to stop coroutine. And then at the end, we're going to probably go... No, we should do it here. Sorry. I do like it. I already said this, but I go brain dead when I'm thinking. I think I think everyone does. I say lots of things of I do this, but everyone fucking does it, don't they? So yeah, because we don't actually worry about how much damage. We just worry about when. Yes. Okay. Cool. So, okay. God, this is such a dumb one. Okay, right, let's give this one a go. And then with that, I think we've got a basic version of that down, and then we can make it fancy and, you know, tick upwards and so on later. I'm all about getting things done dirty and quickly. So let's yeah, actually there's another thing I need to do. I'll explain later. So this is going to equal 4 now. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey. And that is our problem. And I thought that might happen. Okay. Did I do... Hang on. Did I do... Okay. Let's go on a quick break. Because I need to go... I need to go to the little boy's room. I hated how that sounded. Sorry. We're going to go on a quick break. So back in a bit. Right. Bye bye. And also, it's a thinking toilet break. So right. See you in a bit. Hello, 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 hello. Ah, how are we all doing? This jazz does slap hard. Thank you for noticing. Hope we're all doing well. I'll turn you down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you for staying. Yeah, I'm doing good. Oh no, the multi-stream chat isn't working. That's fine. That's fine. I have sort of YouTube there as well. I can sort of see. No, I'm doing good. Thank you. I'm all good. How are you all doing? Right. Right. Where were? Oh yes, we were fixing a lovely little issue. So might as well go into it right now. Computer connection. There we go. So, I'm also going to open up YouTube just to have a quick peek. At here, just make sure I can see what people are doing. I'm working on a game right now. Making my own game. We've got a whole game design document. We're all starting with it. It is a third-person action RPG deck builder. Sort of taking inspiration from sort of Hades gameplay style with sort of like cards drawing and abilities in that sort of sense. Very sort of like comic booky, sort of like Japanese superhero sort of esque sort of vibe as well. Don't mind the limbo front cover. That's sort of a thought of maybe how I want to do the menu. Yeah, you can always like learn to make games is like really easy. I've sort of on my YouTube channel now. There is a video of how to sort of get started with it. So you always take a look at that. But really, just sort of if you have an idea, sort of just go for it. Look at tutorials. There's lots of people that will probably say don't use tutorials and they're bad because X, Y, Z. But you got to start somewhere, man. And it's you might as well just start. It's very daunting, especially when we've got like an empty screen and I need to fill it with things. But it's go watch it. It's I think it's quite informative. I mean, I made it, so of course I think it's quite informative. But I'm just blowing smoke up my ass, aren't I? That's fine. But thank you. Right. So yes, we had a issue. Can media player stop? We had an issue which I'll come to now. We'll do that. No problem. Right. So the issue was. Actually, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens if I calculate if I take damage and I don't have any. It should be 0. Okay, yeah, I presume it did it then. Okay, cool. So if we draw a card, we have 100. We calculate the damage. It takes us down 94. Brings us back to 100. Okay. Now here's the tricky bit. And it's right where so max armor minus the current armor. I'm guessing current armor goes below 0 then, but no, it shouldn't. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what it does. So if current armor is let's do this then. If current armor is less than 0, we set it to 0. But no, okay, no, it does all. Okay, yeah, I'm good. I think that would actually fix it, because I think that was just going. I think that was going into a minus number. I think. Let's see. Let's see if that was the case. So originally it went into, if I hit it twice, it went into. Okay. I don't think it even stopped the coroutine though, which I do need to, okay. Let's just do it like this. So does 96 damage. We have 4 left. It goes back to 100. Good. If we, so this should nice. 100. Okay, it still does 100. Still does 196. Still does 196. Oh, hello. This is what I get for changing tabs on a fly. Let me think what I'm doing. Well, let's do the easiest thing right now, and that's just to debug it. Is it not? So it's going up twice. It goes up to 96 and 196. But it should be stopping the coroutine. I guess if you're yielding... Okay, let's start just debugging this and getting to the bottom of it. So we stop coroutine. And then we start it, yeah, because I just clicked stop, so then we start it. And then, so the armor to add right now is 0, and so that's our max armor, which is 100, minus our current armor, which is 4. Stop coroutine, continue, start coroutine. So the armor to add is 0. Max armor minus, that is 0. So the armor we need to get back is 100. Current armor, 0, armor to add now. Okay, so, and then we wait. So it's not stopping the coroutine. I mean, that's basically what I thought was happening, but that's reassuring. So can you not stop? Ooh, that's actually something to look up now. Can you not stop a coroutine during a yield? We'll go. Unity forum. We gotta love Unity forums. Spoiler: if you're not a programmer, and if just a spoiler, this is how all programmers basically work. We get stuck and then we Google, because there's about 1% of programmers that are actually good. There, I said it. In fact, let's just focus on my face, which is something I thought I never would say. Let's just focus on my face. Hello, this is my face, and this is made so I can just see this here. Right. Okay. This is the most... See, how you make this part fun, I have no idea. Stop coach. Okay. I mean, okay, I guess I can try. I don't think that'll work though. So we'll do it. Why not? So oh yeah, we didn't even ended up needing that because we weren't going to use the update. Yeah, I don't think an update function would have worked best for that. So let's try this instead. And then on initialize, the coroutine will equal wait for armor regen. Voice crack there, love that. And then we stop. And then we start. I don't think this will work. Because I don't think that's the issue. But we'll try it. And we'll have a look. Okay, right, let's give it a go. I tried 2 new jazz tracks or sound or background tracks at the beginning of the stream, just whilst we were waiting for the stream to start, to see if they get flagged by Twitch, because that's what I'm going to do now, because right now we're just looping this one, and you can probably tell now that I've said it. So we will make sure it still works normally, or let's say normally, in this use case, still okay. So let's hopefully not get 96 back and then 196. Okay, that did do something different. That did something very different. Okay. Okay. Right. Let's do that. Let's start it by calling it directly, and let's stop it by calling it through the variable. And let's see what happens. I feel like this is actually going to go back to 196 again. So. Yes, it did. Oh, but why can't we start the... Okay, so first we can't stop the code, now we can't start it again. Or we can't start it after we stop it. Okay.